there is a lot of discontent in the city. Being mayor is hard. Rahm, by the way, I love Chicago. It's Rahm and Chewy. It's everybody's first names. But Rahm made some decisions, some of them unpopular, some of them difficult, some of them necessary. So he alienated some blocks of the electorate, as mayors do. Rahm, as I wrote in a column about the election, is unabashedly unabashed. And he is rather direct, to be diplomatic about it, and uses profanity like an urban poet. And so there's some people turned off by that. And then there is a kind of ideological split where Chewy ran very effectively against Mayor 1% and the fact that Rahm is, in his view, a candidate of business interests. So I think there was enough discontent and enough candidates on the ballot to keep Rahm from getting over 50%. We're sitting here now, and I will not be foolish enough to predict the outcome of a Chicago election. I have the sense that, Chewy's task is to persuade a city that he can be a good mayor, an effective mayor, just in the most sort of basic senses of it, and can force an ideological election where, in a democratic city, the candidate who is more progressive can win. I think on the Rahm side, part of the core of their campaign is going to be, all right, you've sent me a message, you've registered your protest, who do you really want as mayor? And that they would like to count on a general belief that whether people like Rahm or not, they know his level of competence and his ability to make decisions. The kids I've talked to are extraordinary, and a real range of points of view of what they want to do with themselves, an intellectual curiosity, and just this is just really warm engagement. And so I spoke to a lot of students who care about journalism and a lot of students who care about public service and politics. But in addition to that, they have an extraordinary intellectual curiosity. They seem to ask not only me, but themselves hard questions, and they grapple with them. And so, if you want to send this video to anybody you are trying to recruit to come here as a fellow, I would tell them show up in an instant, because this has been just a really wonderful experience. I think my favorite quotation on politics comes from the philosopher Michael Sandel, who once said, "When politics goes well, we can know a good in common that we cannot know alone. And there are things we can only do together, and there are achievements we can only have together." And I would like it if we older folk made the process more attractive, but I'd like it if younger folks said, whether I like it or not, I got a responsibility and I've got a real possibility to change things. And I think that possibility still exists no matter how messed up our politics has become.